Good morning, dear students. Say good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Today we are going to discuss about tense structure. Do you know tense? Tense means we discuss about time. This is time tense. Okay. And today we are going to discuss about tense and its structure. How to make a structure of tenses. Okay. There are three types of tenses, you know. First tense, it is present tense. Second, it is past. And third, it is future. Okay. When we speak, at that time, we speak in present tense. Also, it can be a past tense. And also, it can be a future tense. Present tense, past tense and future tense, these are the three types of tenses. Then, each tense has four parts. Which are these are the sub-tenses. These are the main tenses, present, past and future, and these are sub-tenses. Okay. Present tense has four sub-tenses. Present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. These are the four sub-tenses of each tense. It means that 4 3s are 12. Each tense has four sub-tenses. Present tense, for example, we can say that present tense, simple, present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. These are the four tenses of present tense, sub-tenses of present tense. Then past tense has also four sub-tenses. How can we say? Past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Okay. Then future has also like it. Future simple, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Did you understand?
Yes.
Good. Now let me discuss about its structure. How we have to make structure of each tense. First of all, let me discuss about simple present tense. Then first of all, let me discuss about some examples. Let me see one example. Structure, first of all, subject and verb. This is the structure of simple present. Simple present structure is subject plus verb. Okay. We take first form of verb in simple present tense. We don't take second form of verb. We don't use shall or will. Where we have to use shall or will, we will discuss about later. Okay. So simple present, the structure of simple present is subject and verb only. So let me take one example. He teaches. Why we have taken, you know very well the spelling of teach is T-E-A-C-H. We have added ES here. Why we have to add ES here? Because in simple present tense we have to add yes or es to verb. This is verb. Teach is verb. Okay. If we take I here, so we cannot write down teaches. T-E-A-C-H. He teaches, I teach. Okay. He teaches and I teach. We didn't take es or we didn't add es to here. This verb. This is subject and this is verb. This is the first form of verb. Did you understand? This is also first form of verb. So in simple present tense we take first form of verb. He teaches, I teach. Then if we have taken we teach. Here also we don't want to take or add yes or es to verb. When we have to add yes or yes to verb? When there is third personal pronoun. Okay. So what is first person, what is second person, and what is third person? I am going to tell you first person, second person, and third person. First person, I and we. Second person, you. And third person, he, she, it, and they. So we have taken I here. I teach. We teach. There is no need to add yes or yes after first person singular. First person, this is first person singular. I teach. We teach. Then second person, if we have taken you here. You teach. You is subject, teach is verb. You teach. He teaches. Okay, now you have to tell that if I have taken she here, so what will you say? Who can tell me? Raise your hands. Dhanashri. Yes, sorry. Janvi.
She teaches.
She teaches. Very good. She teaches. We have to use full stop here. Sometimes we say that the structure of simple present is subject plus verb plus object. Sometimes we say that. Yes, if there is object, we can write down subject plus verb plus object. But here we have he teaches. There is no object because the action is clear. The action is finished. He teaches. I teach. He teaches in Marathi. तो शिकवतो. I teach. मी शिकवतो. We teach. आम्ही शिकवतो. You teach. तू शिकवतोस. And she teaches. ती शिकवते. So these are the present. First person, second person, and third person. You must learn all these things. I and we. These are the first person pronoun. I is singular first person pronoun and we plural. Then second person you. First person means we say for myself or ourselves. I am a student. I am a teacher. I am a boy. Then we are students. We are boys, etc. You. Second person we say to others. Okay. समोरच्या व्यक्तीसाठी आपण हे you वापरत असतो. You. And third person means the person is not present here. We use these pronouns for that person. These are the third person pronoun he, she, it, and they. Got it? So this is simple present tense. This is the structure of simple present tense. What is the structure of simple present tense? Subject plus verb. First form of verb. We don't want to take second form and third form, past participle. No. Only simple means first form of verb. Then we can take another examples also. For example, I learn. Okay. He learns. She learns. They learn. We cannot say that they learns. You learn. You learns. No. You. When we have to take yes or yes, if there is third person pronoun but singular. Third person pronoun but singular means he, she, and it. If there is they, we cannot add yes or es. Okay, to the verb. So this is the simple present. Now let me discuss about present continuous. Got it? Simple present tense? Yes. Then we can take simple past. Not simple means present continuous we will take later. Simple past. Past. What is past? Means we speak about the past events. Means I went to school. He went to Nagpur. I studied yesterday. I sang a song. These are the simple past tense. So what is the structure of simple past? Subject plus V2. Second form of verb. second form of verb. You have to keep in your mind one thing, that in simple past tense there is second form of verb. So let me discuss about some examples. For example, which example we have taken first of all? Yes. Now he, who can say? What is the simple past tense of he teaches? Yes, you, Kavya?
He taught.
Yes, absolutely correct. He taught. Second form of teach is taught. He taught. Then I taught. Her, we taught. Like this. Subject and second form of verb. We have to just take second form of verb. First form, second form and third form. You must learn these first form, second form and third form of verbs. Present, past and past participle. He taught, I taught, we taught. Then if we have taken any pronoun here, we don't want to do any kind of change here. Okay, he taught, I taught, we taught, then she taught, you taught, it taught and they taught. Okay, we don't want to make any kind of change here. So this is simple past. This is structure of simple past. Then let me discuss about future simple. Future simple or simple future. We can say simple future also or future simple also. Okay. So what is the structure of simple future or future simple? We can tell. Yes, you?
Subject plus shall be.
Yes, absolutely correct. Subject plus shall, will plus verb. Shall, will plus verb. Here we have to take just first form of verb. We don't want to take second form or third form after shall or will. Let me discuss about example. He will teach. We don't want to take. We don't want to say that he will teaches or he will taught, etc. No. First form of verb. We have to take first form of verb. He will teach. What will we write down or what will we use after I? Yes, you?
I shall.
Good. I shall teach. We can say I will teach also. So what is the difference between these two sentences? I shall teach and I will teach. Who can tell? There is difference between these two. These sentences are not same. What is the difference between I shall teach and I will teach? Anybody? Okay, I will tell you. I shall teach means not certainty. I shall teach but not certainty. Means मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगा इतना 100% कंफर्म नहीं है. But I will teach. Here is certainty. Futurity. Shall, in shall there is futurity and will there is certainty. Definitely I will teach you. I will teach you. I will come to you. For example, you say to your friend that I shall come to your home, but not certainly. Sometimes you say that I shall come to your home. Okay, I shall come to the ground, but not certain. If that person is using shall, so it is not certain. It is not confirmed that definitely he or she will come there. But if that person is using will, definitely it is certainty. Definitely he will come. I will come to you 100%. Okay. So this is the slight difference between shall and will. So if we speak in future tense to another person, so you have to keep in your mind one thing, that what are you using, shall or will. If you are using shall means not certain. 99% or 90% I will come but not certain. But if you are using will, I will come to you or I will teach you, I will give you a pen, okay, I will give you a present, definitely that person will give us. So this is the structure of shall, subject plus shall or will plus V1. First form of verb. Maximum students don't know that which verb form of verb we have to use after shall or will sometimes. So this is the structure of future simple. Got it? Yes. Now let me discuss about the continuous. Present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. First of all, present continuous. Present continuous. Okay. Present continuous. Did you know what is the structure of present continuous? Who can tell from girls? Yes, you. Boka?
Subject plus examiner plus VIV plus.
Good. Absolutely correct. Subject plus am is are plus VING. Okay. VING plus yes. There is no need to use object. Okay, means in each sentence there is object. It is not confirmed. प्रत्येक सेंटेन्स मध्ये ऑब्जेक्ट असतो तसं नाही. ट्रान्झिटिव्ह वर्ब अँड इंट्रान्झिटिव्ह वर्ब. In intransitive verb there is no object and in transitive verb there is object. So subject plus am is are plus V1 ing. So do you know what is this? Am is are, these are the to be forms of present tense. To be forms of past tense was were. To be forms of future tense shall and will. So sentence subject he is teaching. What is he doing? He is teaching. Okay. So subject we have taken is here. Why didn't we take am here? When we have to take am only after I. Only after I we can use am. He is teaching. When we have to use are, if there is plural form of pronoun, we are teaching, you are teaching, they are teaching, both are teaching, etc. So subject plus am is are plus verb plus ing. This is the structure of present continuous tense. Got it? Then let me discuss about past continuous. Past continuous. So subject plus was verb plus VING. Absolutely correct. Very good. So sentence. Who can tell? Mrunmay, can you tell it? Good. She or he. Here we can take he was teaching. When we will use words, if there is plural form of pronoun, you were teaching, they were teaching, we were teaching. Okay. So this is the structure of past continuous. And third, future. Future continuous. What is the structure of future continuous? Subject plus
Shall be plus
will plus be plus VING. Examples: he will be teaching. He will be teaching. Okay. Then if there is I shall be teaching. He will be teaching. You will be teaching. Did you understand? Present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. Okay. Now let me discuss about perfect tense. So first, present perfect. Okay. Perfect means what? The action is completed. Present perfect. Subject plus have or has plus V3. Okay. Plus object or V3. So he has taught. He has taught. Has or have. When we have to use have and when we have to use has. after I, if there is I have. Okay, I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. I have, we have, you have, he has, she has, it has, and they have. Okay, in this way we have to use have and has. Okay, I have, we have, you have, he has, she has, it has, and they have. So he has taught, she has taught, they have taught. Then let me discuss about past perfect. Past perfect. Past perfect. What is the structure from voice?
Subject plus head plus V3.
Subject plus had plus V3. Now here we don't want to confuse. We don't want to be confused. Like have and has. When we have to use have and when we have to use has. There is a rule. But had, after any pronoun we can use had. I had, we had, you had, he had, she had, it had, they had. After any pronoun we can use had. So he had taught. Okay. Then let me discuss about future. Future perfect. Future perfect. So what is the structure of future perfect? Subject plus shall, will plus has plus V3. One thing is important. We don't use had or has in future perfect tense. Only have. Okay? Only have. For example, he will have taught. We say teaching. He will have taught. V3, third form of teach, is taught. Okay? We don't want to add ing. He will have taught. Okay, dear students? Did you understand?
Yes.
Perfect. And let me discuss about perfect continuous. Perfect continuous. Number 1. Present perfect continuous. Structure. Subject plus have, has, plus V, ing, no, been. Okay, plus been plus VING. Okay, good. Example number 1. He has been teaching. I have been teaching. We have been teaching. Okay. Then second, past perfect continuous. Subject plus had plus been plus VING. Example, he had been teaching. Did you understand? Yes. Number 3, future future perfect continuous. Subject plus shall, will plus have plus been plus VING. Example, he will have been teaching. Okay, so in this way we can learn tense and its structure. If we discuss about these structures, if we learn these structures, we understand it properly. According to the structure, we understand how to change the tenses and how to use these tenses in our speaking. If we want to improve our speaking, English speaking, if we want to improve our speaking, we must learn these tenses. It is very important. Okay, dear students? So thank you for listening me and thank you for watching.